Just based on your this response, if I may tell you, I can say, will you resign in a couple of months or not? Will you believe that? Can you believe that? I need answers from the other side, because you guys are the people who are getting into the industry, and I want you to really feel how we actually tap your pulse. If I say you are actually getting disengaged, and you are high likely not to contribute to my organization anymore, just based on the score, will you agree? No answers I am getting. Yeah, only the teachers and alumni are answering. So that means you guys are not even ready for the industry. Just a retrospective for you to think of. All right? So I'll tell you how we are tapping. If time permits, we'll show you. We tap across the organization, especially in my organization when I had to take charge of the HR leadership in my organization. The biggest task assigned to my CEO was, then we have employees from 18 states in the country and 4 other countries outside India. Okay, that is the situation I face. How, being a small 5-member, 8-member HR team, we will be able to go and tap the pulse of everybody across the country and people across the globe. How do we tap? It is literally impossible for a human being to tap the pulse. But we tap that. We tap that using artificial intelligence. We predict who is going to get resigned out of the organization. We have achieved 92% plus retention just because of the artificial intelligence, sentiment analysis, and the pulse that has been tapped through this tool. Okay? Well, if time permits, I'll show you what are that we tap and how we tap. All right. Now moving on. One more quick check. You can just again type in. What is your expectation from this session? So you can even write, I came here just for the attendance. That is fine. No problem. This will be a free text. You can just type in whatever comes to your mind. To gain more understanding about AI, learn something new. To know more about AI, to learn AI tools for knowledge, okay. How to deal with Gen Z, okay, I believe that may be by faculties. To know more about AI and its relevance. No idea, I will take whatever I get from here. Okay. That is also fine, more like a clueless category is there. Learn something about AI, not at all interested, just came here for something, okay. Came to know and learn something new, okay. There are good pool of people, okay. Interesting. Everyone came, I came. All right. Perfect. New skills, nothing. They don't even know why they came. That itself is a challenge. All right. To write a report. All right. Okay. To update myself about AI, know more about AI, no reaction, okay. To learn new things. To sit with my boyfriend. So faculties to be very careful about. All right. Gen Z and AI influence. No response. Couple of comments. When you add, be very mindful. Because I'll tell you, I mentioned something as Gen Z talent equation. So Gen Z talent equation, this is actually the same challenge you face to get into industry. You will realize that I'll tell some of the examples how employers are attempting not to consider you and instead consider something else. I'll tell you that. So that is because of some of these traits. All right. I think topic that I like, but no many knowledge still is interesting. All right. Chayam kekum undennu paranju adondu. Okay, fine. All cool. Okay. We are fair enough. I think so. Sara's confirmed there is no chai and kadi here. So you are already your expectation is off track. Okay. So coming back to the theme, I believe the larger things are AI knowledge, the majority falls. So there is an interpretation. See, what you are seeing is actually AI. I'm just telling you what you are seeing is actually AI. See, we have received sentiment from 143 people in this hall now. Okay. Among this 143, how being an HR professional or how being a faculty, how would they tap the pulse? So the theme is actually, yes, majority have come here to something to learn something about credibly about AI. That where the major theme of 53 are cloaked as AI. then knowledge, AI tools, Gen, I believe it will be Gen Z largely, HR Insight Field Session. So that's the large team of what this group is. Yes, there are a core crew of some 20% detractors. Those crew will be there always, everywhere, even in your home. Okay, even in your friend circle, whether you go. So that we can't do anything. And those people will eventually keep us detractors, and they better move out. So that will happen. Whether it is organization, college, or anywhere, that's what happens. All right, fine. So let's see. I will attempt. At least I see the major theme is AI and the knowledge, then AI tools. All right. So let's see how we will move on with this. What I'm attempting to cover. Okay, this is what I'm attempting to cover. So I'll attempt to cover what is general understanding about AI at a layperson level. Those who are interested to experiment, I will actually give you a chance. Okay. I know anybody here know coding? By any chance, anybody here know coding? At least some HTML base codes to make the interface. Anybody knows? Okay. Angelo sir knows. All right. Anybody else knows some base coding? Okay, you also know. What is your good name? I don't know. Okay, I don't know. All right. Anybody else knows? Yeah, AI can code. That's what I'm going to show. So this may not be relevant, but I'm just attempting to see. All right. See, I'll attempt to trace that. Then Gen Z, couple of Gen Z talent acquisition I don't have to tell. You actually displayed your character on the screen. So I don't think much better to tell than this. Then impact of AI in HR. Then expose some tools. We'll see how that is. Skills for future. And we will see vibe coding. Have any of you heard of vibe coding? Okay. What is your good name? Ashwin. Okay, Ashwin, can we do a live vibe coding on the screen? I'll help you. Not to worry. Okay, we'll do a live vibe coding. I think that is interesting. We'll see that. I think I see more how I'm driving this session is that I have planned a lot of things, but I'll drive based on what is your interest. Okay, that is what I'm attempting to. So vibe coding, I see one volunteer. We'll see a case study whether AI is really helping us, okay, or how we should actually consciously attempt to use AI. I'll show you how that we can be done. I'll show you a MIT case study also. And a food for thought. Finally, we'll conclude with that. So let's see how we can do. What is vibe coding? Any idea? I mean, Ashwin, can you come on stage if I may not be pushing you on spot? If you may just help me with that. Thank you so much for volunteering. Can I have a mic for Ashwin? Ashwin, what do you do?
Using vibe coding.
Yeah, that's okay. What do you study?
Yeah, I'm doing HRM here.
Oh, you're doing HRM. Okay. HRM vibe coding is a very good combo. I would say, see, I have always attempted to, see, there is always uniqueness required wherever you go. Okay. So I have always attempted to make myself unique. I'm still attempting when HR plus tech and data combination survives. I feel that is what one of my USP I'm attempting to. I believe that may be one of the reason I'm here today also. Right? So likewise, you should figure out what works better for you to stand out of the crowd. Like sitting in a group and just typing whatever you feel like anybody can do. Okay? But coming and doing something great, it's totally different. You really have to face. So that is something we are going to do. So Ashwin is going to help me with that. And what is vibe coding? So I know Ashwin heard of, so I'm not asking Ashwin. Anybody else heard of vibe coding? Okay, I'll just directly give you something. So it's a way of writing actually software, like your alumni's dignitary has rightly mentioned. It is actually a way of writing software. You can actually create a software without even knowing coding. If I may say, we can actually, how is your Loyola's website? How do you feel? What is your take? Good, bad? I know you may not be responding. I may have to show again on the screen some rating score. Should I show that again? Oh, yes. I get response in that way. All right. So let's see. Can we actually attempt to build a website for Loyola today without even anybody knowing coding? Can we try? All right. So let's see whether vibe coding will help us. I mean, Ashwin, you know at least HTML coding? No. Python? Java? So basically in this room, there is nobody who knows coding. Okay? But with a people who has no idea about coding, we are actually going to build a website for Loyola. Can we attempt? Let's see. So before going there, how vibe coding is actually help? Vibe coding is actually natural language prompt. That means you can say whatever you feel like whatever you said to the Slido, right? And then let the system work for you to build that. And then AI will generate the code for you, okay? But you may not be able to validate because you are not an expert in coding, okay? But still AI will help with its intelligence. And then we will test and refine. It will help us also test and refine. And then we will see how we can iterate and build our website better. Can we try? Okay, this is basically vibe coding. Let's see how vibe coding works. Even if I could cover only half of it, I feel I'm fine, because if you take up one thing, take away after this session, that's perfectly fine. So let's see how vibe coding is going to be. I'll just give Ashwin a chance. I think I'll talk with this. See, what I'm going to show you is actually, there are many tools, okay? I'm just showing you manas.im. How we are going to attempt, there is what we are looking to look at. So let's see a Loyola's website today. So what is Loyola's website? So Loyola College of Social Sciences. I believe this is the website of Loyola. Okay. Does it look great? All right, I know you will not be able to answer unless I see something on the screen for you to tap on the font. All right, so let's see how we can actually do. All right, so Ashwin, I invite. We will co-create, no problem, you be there. So you are going to be my volunteer, and Ashwin is going to help me create a website for Loyola. Ashwin, what do you type? What do you prefer to type? Just get tap inputs from your team, no? What is that we want? Can we say create a website for Loyola, just to start with? Okay, Ashwin, you may just type create a website for Loyola. Create a website for Loyola Management Studies. You just type Loyola Management Studies, because if you type College of Social Sciences, AI will directly pick it. Okay, I want to confuse the AI, and let's see what AI will tell us. Enter. So it is saying I will create a website for you, okay, and asking whether it will really happen. So this is a live example we are seeing, vibe coding. You can also try. This is something typically people don't even understand, but we will see how this will be. All right, and Loyola is saying, see, what is Manas say us? It is the last line. It appears there are several Loyola universities offering management studies. Could you please specify which Loyola management studies are you looking for? For example, Loyola University of Chicago. Or is it that you want? Or something else? So now, Ashwin, I will seek your help to type in. We are looking to create a website for Loyola College of Social Sciences, Trivandrum specifically. And let's see how it is coming up. All right. So it says, thank you for clarifying, very straightforward response, how it will create. So now it is thinking, maybe now you can add more prompt. What is that you guys color? You have a color preference. Maybe you type in the theme of the website should be attractive to the Gen Z students. Let's type. Let's see how it will be. Theme of the website should be attractive to Gen Z students. Maybe you can mention the color theme. White and blue. Okay, so Ashwin is very specific to the core. Okay, white and blue is Ashwin's combo. Then what else you would like to add? Maybe, do we have a student login in the current website? Is it evidently there at the top or somewhere? Maybe why don't you give a prompt like, we need a student login and alumni login in the website main headers. You can mention that. See, on the right side, what you are seeing is AI is coding for us. Okay. And I'm sure you will not understand all these muted or HTML or React, or for sure you might be, this will be surely Greek for you, right? Let's see how the out will be. So on the right side, what you are seeing is, okay, we need student, alumni, faculty login for the website. Then what else? Some interesting, maybe you just think of any suggestions. What is that you would like to see in your website from anybody? Beautiful campus images to be highlighted. Right in. Beautiful campus images should be highlighted. So we are actually doing vibe coding on a 300-member hall. Okay, let's see how the out will be. So I believe AI will not trouble me. It will give you a right response so that I will not get embarrassed in front of some 200 plus people. All right, see, it is picking. Maybe I'll help you interpret some of the code lines so that you will understand what it is doing. So it is specifically looking at graduate level. Now it is key, href, class name. All those are specific syntaxes which normally we use in coding. And it is also looking at the opacity, height, breadth, and width of the image that it should be highlighted. That is how we list it in the coding interface. It is also still tracing things, all right? And it is also showing what is that it is doing. I created a modern React app. So React you heard of? What is React? React JS you heard of? Okay, I believe you guys are really not Gen Z. Huh? See, at least you should have a fair understanding. You don't have to really know coding, but I believe now in an era where you are getting to an industry with AI, you should at least, to be fairly, know about the technology terminologies. What is React? What is Angular? So is it front end? Is it back end? That much is fine, okay? But otherwise, you may not be able to really survive in the industries what might take, okay? Because when you just randomly put something, the AI has already taken charge. Then what is the value add you really do when you go to the industry? If this can do everything, right? Think of, this is a thought I want you to carry home, okay? Think of before you really get into the industry. Because you see now, almost for last 3 minutes plus, AI is continuously coding for us. You may not have even imagined you will be able to code. But now actually it is allowing you to code. Right. Now maybe we'll... Please switch off the... who can help me with that, to switch off the light? You have control, please do. Yeah. All right, fair. So see how fast Ashwin is coding. So he's building an entire website for Loyola. So you'll see how it comes on the go. It will take, we'll just let it conceive some time, okay? Because it is creating an entire website. Sir, how much time or effort you may have put forth outsourced website to someone? Loyola's website, how much months, weeks it may have taken? Rough idea. Can anybody give me a rough idea? 3 months, okay. So Sari is saying latest website, it took almost 3 months of time and effort and maybe series of iteration. This will not be a ready full-fledged perfect one, but it will be more of at least a ready to use kind of a thing. You need to still refine it because we are doing it in just less than half an hour time, right? All right, fine. So I'll let Ashwin sit here. We'll continue with our session. Let AI work behind the scenes while we are continuing our lecture. Sorry, sir? Domain we anyway have to separately subscribe. That is anyway, otherwise Loyola will not be there. But we'll develop the entire website and see. All right. Ashwin, you please take your seat. Let AI code in behind the scenes. We will move on with a couple of our other aspects. And we'll come back after some time to see how actually the manners is coding. So it is coding behind. Huh? I'm actually continuing with the session. All right. So now my ask to you, back to your screen. What do you think is the biggest challenge for Gen Z today? You can directly respond. That is your challenges. You can directly refer what is your challenge. And I'll tell you how industry is looking at it. Maybe teachers will obviously have a different perspective. Let's see how it comes. All right, 29, 31 people responded, and you are saying mental health issues are big pain for you. Interesting. Actually, it's a fact. So for college or organization, this is a serious thing to act on. So out of the 83 people, or maybe 90, okay, we'll soon touch 100. Okay, out of the 100, if I may say, 60 plus people in this hall feels mental health issue for Gen Z is a big challenge. So a thought for you to carry home. Something pretty serious, but can be tackled. At least people are now open to say, I struggle, I'm stressed, I'm in a depression. That itself is a positive sign. Acknowledging what we are going through itself is a positive sign. All right, 68% says. And only 3% says job readiness as a challenge. See how contradicting it is. The institute is struggling to get you all placed. Industry is struggling to get people. But you feel job readiness is just 3% of my challenge. So isn't it contradicting? My intention is always to carry home some thoughts after the session than just giving you a lot of lecture out here. All right, so let's see. Employer preferences, okay, fine. Skill gaps, that is anyway both industry and academia has to tackle. So let's see. So mental health issues stands majority. 63% is a very significant percentage. Let's see what I wanted to say. This is what I wanted to say. What does it say? Can somebody volunteer to help me read this? Ashwin, can you give a mic to someone there? So that when the lights are off, I believe they are not sleeping. Huh? All right. So what does this say? Anybody can just read it out. It's very evidently there on the screen. Anybody can read out. That's fine. Ashwin, you give to your friend and let your friend read out. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Employers would rather hire AI than Gen Z graduates.
This is not something, I haven't said this. This is not what I said. This is a study conducted by Hult International Business School, published in this calendar year, and it says among the employers they surveyed, they prefer an AI agent than you. What does that mean? What does that mean? In big trouble? Yes. So when you chillax, when you do all the things that you wanted to do, think of this, where the industry is moving and where you are. So, but we still have, see, every problem will have its own solution. So we'll figure out how we can tackle this. So this is actually an international study which very well applies to us also, because that is straightforward, impactful. So does this really strike an alarm in you? I'm not able to see them. So does it strike an alarm in you? Can I get some response? To be very careful about. Okay, so let's see how the studies, other things are. Why it matters? 68% of employers say Gen Z is least reliable. Now, I said when you responded something, you have an answers coming for it. So when you have responded something, so this is actually the direct reflection of what your character or trait is. Okay. So 68% of employers feel that, and 71% employers say Gen Z most likely to have a workplace mental health issue. So what does it mean? Whatever you acknowledged and whatever industry know are the same. Okay, I haven't shown you these results before I ask you that question. Okay, 63% of us said that mental health issue is a big pain for Gen Z. And the international study says 71% of the crew feels the same. Right? So there is a matching. Okay, so we have to solve this problem. That is what the Gen Z talent equation I wanted to convey. All right. Now coming to the, now I see things are getting into your brain because data speaks a lot. Now you have a lot to think of. So 71% is a big number. And what to know? So these are a couple of other stats which you should know. Maybe will I be able to get some lights on them because I'm totally speaking to a darkness, so I'm not able to really get that. Maybe if you want to close any lights here, that I'm fine. At least some, that white lights helps. All right, perfect, fine, thanks. Okay, so now what is that you need to know? What is that you should know? These are a couple of things I want you to know. 40% of employers said they would hire a robot than a recent graduate. Okay. Then 89% said they avoid hiring recent graduates. Then what do you guys do actually? Entrepreneurs are different track. But what do you do otherwise? 96% of your employees said most college educations are not preparing people at all for their jobs. We all graduated in the same way. So we cannot blame the system. We still survive. So it is not system's fault. 77% of recent graduates said they learned more in 6 months OJT. Heard of the term OJT? What is OJT? On the job training, right? Than whatever they have learned in 4 or 2 years of education. 55% said they did not work well on the team. What does that mean? What does that mean? It is difficult to put Gen Z people in a team and let them work because they don't sync up well with the team. They will vibe with their peers. They may not be able to collaborate well with their seniors or juniors. This is a struggle. Okay. So none of these data are not made up by me. It is all based on study. So I have nothing to do with the data. All right. I'm just sharing with you some facts and figures for your understanding. And what is the last line? Can somebody read the last line? Where is the mic? Now mic is with whom? Sir, can you give it to somebody else and anybody can read out the last line? Who would like to volunteer? Just read out the last line. You can pick the mic. I mean, anybody can pick the mic and just read. Sir, there is one person raised hand. Okay, behind you there is.
98% of employers said their organization struggles to find talent.
So now what is contradicting? What is your inference? So far we said Gen Z are not hireable, we cannot hire Gen Z, there is nothing that they can be worked on. And the same employer pool says they need talent and they are not getting talent. So there is a contradiction, right? One side they say they are not getting talent, other side they say the graduates can't be hired. So there is a serious contradiction and this is what we should actually fix. And maybe at this point, is this digesting to you? Is it too much overwhelming? Or at least getting something striking on your mind? All right, good. So maybe at this point, I have actually mixed some of this because now you may have started slightly boring. So I'll expose you to a tool. Have you heard of napkin? No, nobody has heard of napkin. If I may tell, I'll give you a set of statistics. Okay? And if somebody is there as an assistant to me who will quickly visualize that me for a PPT, will you be happy? At least give me a good response, no? Yes. And you have many presentations to make, right? And you have to impress your faculties, right? So do you with me? So let's see. So I'll show you one example here. What I'm going to do is that something went wrong. So somebody will help me. Screen off. I think it's screen off. Okay, they have helped me with the podium mic. I'll just show you a sample so that at least you will learn. See, couple of things, whatever you learn, I have made the session in such a way that you can just duplicate whatever you learned here so that that will be some value add. So let's go back and see how Manas is performing. Okay, so Manas has in parallel completed the website. See, it is saying Manas is attempting to deploy the service located at an Ubuntu website, Ubuntu OS to the public network. So do you agree to launch the website of Loyola now? Then your original website and this will contradict. So what should we do? So okay, maybe I'll tell the AI for the time being not to host public. At least let's show. Okay. So I'm going to tell, Ashwin, you want to try? All right, okay. So I'll tell the AI now, I don't want to publish the website public now, but show me the website hosted in a local host that can be accessible. Okay. Public link. All right, so I'm telling Manas to work on that. So in parallel, let me go back to napkin. So I'm getting back to napkin. Napkin, I'm going to say, I'll pick a blank napkin, okay? And we'll show you, I just copy pasted some of the stats from the slide I have put there. I'm just pasting it here. So do you see a couple of data, blind data I have pasted there from the slide, which is a raw data. Do you agree? Do you have this level of text content in your presentations? Normally you will have. And I'm going to tell AI, visualize this for me. So let's see what AI is going to come back me with. I just give some blind text and asked it to do. So it is working behind, its brain is working. See what it has done to me? It has created impressive visualizations for me. It is saying 66%, and what is that I need preferred, all of a thing just in seconds. That's it, my PPT is done. I can even download this as a PPT. I can even share this to anybody. I may even refine it. So your PPT work made easy? At least give me a shout out, no? Good, okay. So just see how AI is impacting. You have been spending enough time in terms of, you have created the content, now you have to aesthetically visualize that content. There is advanced thing in terms of vibe coding where I'll show you how even this effort is also not required. Okay. So this is at a very high level, I'm just showing. So if you go and share this slide with your faculty during a project presentation, this is how the sentiment is. They will be much impressed than my actual slide of this. Won't that be? Right. So you can experiment, you can even play around with it in however you want. You don't like a chart, you can go back, you can figure out, pick some other chart and figure out how it is going to help. And then you can even refine, you can color shade it. Nothing you have to do, you have to just keep it very blind here. And if at all you, let's say, tomorrow you have to create a report. Let's see. You have a certain findings from your internship, or maybe let's say you have findings from your any of the project. Let's say you have a project. So what I'm going to tell Napkin is that I'm just again going to paste some of the content. I just copy pasted whatever I have showed you in the chat there. And I'm just telling AI to continue this, to generate a base report. See, I haven't even told what is to be prepared. I haven't even told AI what is the report I need. And it is very clearly creating me a very instant report. You might say you might be running behind from your college or maybe the hostel. You may not have taken a nap, you may not have taken a bath. You are directly coming to the presentation hall. Just dump some data there, present the report ready. And it is very clearly telling me the talent paradox, why robots are becoming more attractive than recent graduates. I haven't even told AI what to be done. Just giving some 4 statements. It is telling me a great report with a detailed content, nothing I have to do. Your faculty will even wonder how you have even framed that title. Right? So that is how AI is going to help you. So this is a big impact, but my biggest caution to you, this group, is that you guys have a lot to explore. I feel in general sentiment, actually your AI awareness element is comparatively weak. That has to be really grown up. All right, so let's go back to Manas. So Manas is now saying there is some site it has created. I built optimized Loyola College website, then deployed it for public access. Let's see whether we can access. I believe there may be some errors and we'll see whether that can be fixed. Okay, it is showing me some error. So I'll go back and tell to AI that I'm not able to access. I'm getting the below error. So I just copy pasted. I'm not able to access, I'm getting the below error. And it is telling me apology for not letting me access that website. Will you tell apology to someone when you do something wrong? Yes? I should ask the faculties, I will ask them whether you really tell that. All right, okay. So let AI work behind the scene. So it is handling a terminal issue. Let's come back to our presentation. We'll continue this session and we'll come back once we are supposed to close wherever it may. All right, so going back to our context. So where were we? Hello? Hello? Yes. All right. So we are back to this. We'll go back to that. So I believe at least napkin you guys are very familiar now. Is it comfortable to use? Anybody can use? Yeah. Can you just check the charge? Thank you for notifying. I'll just, yes, I think it's not plugged in right. Yep. Thank you, ma'am. Otherwise, the entire show would have been a big hell. All right. Okay. So we are getting back. This we discussed, and we have moved to the napkin for visualization. So I have designed this session in such a way that on the go you get to know some tools, you learn something, and you move on. Okay. So let's see what is that I have something to ask. Now I have a question to you. Do you regret opting the PG program you are pursuing now? Your name will not be displayed. You can just respond. Okay, 7 responses have come so far, 10 have come. Okay, 1, 2, all right. The question is, do you regret the PG program you are pursuing now? It can be any, whatever might be degree. When I mean degree, it is a postgraduate program. I believe you all are postgraduate students, right? UG is there, okay. Only PG students today? All right. So whoever is in the PG program, just look at. See, my intention is to give you a lot of insights today so that you can go back and think through. All PG, yeah, right, clear. All right, we have close to 59 responses out of, 100, 69. In the interest of time, let's see what is that you guys say. Okay, 72% say no, but I would say that answer is wrong. Huh? Okay. 25% say I'm clueless. They don't even know why they opted for this degree itself. That is fair. Actually, that is a fact. See, fundamentally, do you know my base qualification? Anybody sitting there know? At least a couple of you guys associated with me for the HR Evolve would know at least. What is my base qualification? Anybody can guess? Okay, BSc, CN all are coming. Okay. Any guesses? Yes. Yeah, that's right. Siddharth, you're right. Engineering, that's true. Then, and what engineering? Electronics, okay. Because I'm into IT now, you're guessing it as electronics. Okay. Yes, I'm a mechanical engineer. That's a fact. All right. I opted mechanical engineering. I worked in Foxconn for some time, then got back into teaching, then got into MBA, then transitioned to banking, then moved to IT. So there is a tremendous roller coaster up and down ride you make. But nevertheless, what you make choices, you should actually make it really aligning to what you want it to be. That is what you can do in the due course. So 72% say no, which I believe it's not a right answer, because in many places I have seen almost more than 50% feel actually that they have opted the postgraduate or graduation, whatever they are pursuing, because of some other reason, not just because they wanted to be. Right? All right, so let's see how these things will be further. I have one more thing. I don't, maybe, I mean, I will not say I will not disagree on it, but I'm not in alignment with that thought because, see, if that was the case, all the engineers who are passing out should land up in engineering track. So all the entire, I'll show you stats from the NASCOM if time permits. The entire engineering crew is actually getting into all other stream, and the other streams are actually struggling. Don't you feel that? True. That's what my point is. Correct. I agree. So it's because of some peer pressure or the parental pressure or because of the social pressure you have. You feel taking a engineering over a BSc will give you a better social status than the BSc, right? So those are all our perceptions, which has to be, anyway cracked out. But that is the perception. That is the reason why we actually opt for engineering. Even if I go for hiring many times, even in HR interview, if I ask a base coding element, at least to type hello world. Hello world is what basically we all learned when we learned the computer programming in 9th standard. Even if I ask that, even a computer science graduate who has completed 4 years of degree will not be able to code. At least not even able to type the syntax. So that is the situation of where we are in. So it's a fact. So I'm just giving you that facts in a black and white form. All right. So again, there are some 9%, yes, I feel I choose a wrong degree. Then there are again 21%. So basically there is 30% of people still feel they are not on the right track in this hall, which is fair. That is what the reality is. Now let me show you what the real study says. Okay. So it says 94% of the students regrets about their degree. It is not Jidin's stats. Okay, so you don't have to blame me on the stats. I have taken it from the well-published studies. So 94%, that is a fact because see, all of us learn something and we end up in something because of different life choices or something we may have to take, right? Then 43% choose the wrong degree. So this is a published stat. So look at where we are, how things are transitioning. Just wanted to give you this one. So this is actually Gen Z's view on college experience. This is purely being done, conducted study on Gen Z by the Halton Business School. I'll just see how our next slide goes. It's not moving. Can you please help me move the next slide? So this battery or something may have some issue. Okay. So this is my question to you. What percentage of your seniors are yet to get a job? Your seniors, passed out. You can just mention 10%, 5%, 50%, 20%, that is fine. Whatever you feel up, you know your senior stats, right? Tentatively, at least you know this much number of people are already working, not working, whatever it may. Just type on your screen. Oh, somebody has typed 95%, huh? Okay, 70%, all right. Okay, so the dominancy I see is it is 50%. See, all these are not done by me. You are actually seeing humanizing tech on live because you are giving some response and it is giving instant summary. right? This is how we do engagement at organizations also. Fair enough. So I will look at largely 50% and maybe 70, 75, 60, 70, 50 is the dominant factor. So that means you realize that your seniors, 50% plus people are not actually placed or they don't have a right job. So you have some input from your thing. So let me see what is the reality. See, these are actually international institutes which you all have heard of. Harvard, MIT, Stanford, and all these, it's a share of MBA graduates without jobs after 3 months after the graduation. This is a 2024 stats. Look at the stats are overall averaged at somewhere around 20%. That is a situation at international best institutes. So imagine when we come to India or even to Kerala, so there is nothing to be really surprised about, so which is a fact. So you have realized it right. And if you look at the overall employability assessment in India, okay, it says, why I'm telling all these stats is because being in the Gen Z crew who are getting into the industry, you should know this, because then only you'll be able to prepare. When you know the facts, you'll be able to prepare better. So in Kerala stands 48.84% on the employability assessment. Okay, this is done by India Skills Report. VBox is who has conducted the study, and Kerala stands decently well, okay, in this. So you guys are fair in that aspect. So what is changing? So the changing is that the extensive on-job training is actually fading. Then expectations will shift toward bringing immediate value. That means soon after you graduate, your employer is expecting you to be productive from the day one. Will you be able to do it? Is it possible? No, okay. Anybody feels it is possible? Okay, I see some murmuring in yes, all right. So let's see how. So I ask you a question now. What can be done? When this is the situation, employer's expectation is you should be ready from the day one, and people are actually struggling to acquire skill. What is that you can do? With that, I will close my Gen Z talent perspectives and approaches. We will directly move on to the next one. To be skillful, adapt and move on, be prepared and adapt. In-field trainings in colleges. I don't know who answered that. In-field trainings in colleges. Proper OJT with supervision. Okay. Some of you have responded with your name, all right. More training and experience, stay updated, all right. Upskill and gain hands-on training. Yeah, upskill and how do you achieve that is what? Okay, don't wait for tomorrow uncertainty, all right. Skill development in college itself, it's actually a debatable thing. See how college can largely equip you to be a really be skillful when you really get into industry. That is actually a questionable thing. We can do that. We will explore some of those, how we can do it. I remember some time back, Dr. Anita has reached out saying, can we attempt for one day in any of the company for MBA graduates in a week? So something maybe we'll jointly explore again in this year. So there are thoughts from academicians and even industry how we can actually make that up. So let's say majority are saying training skill job. I'm closing and moving on. See, this is the way I feel something can be done. Okay? This is my perspective based on whatever the little limited experience I have. Gain experience in alternate ways to enter the workforce fully prepared. What can be that? What is that? How can we gain alternate experience along with studies? How many of you did internship? How many of you submitted reports without even going to the company? All right. Couple of you raised hand, then you are thinking whether my question is wrong or not. All right, fair enough. So that is what we do, so which is a fact, because we want to get some academic credits and we do it so that we will meet that criteria and we close it, right? So that is the biggest mistake you are doing to yourself, not your faculties or scores. That is a fact. Many come to me, many messages, some reference, something will come. So I would like to do an internship. Then I ask them, what is that you would like to do? Then they have no idea what to be done. Then I ask them, why are you asking for internship? Sir, because I need to submit a certificate in my college. Then I said, you be at home, I will give you a 2-week internship certificate. You go happy, I will not be troubled, you will not be troubled. So that is how we can very happily close. They are happy, we are happy because we are not wasting our energy. They are getting something and they are doing whatever they want. Their academic criteria is met. So this is the situation we are in. All right. So how we can actually change it? I would say Loyola's biggest advantage is that you are actually in a bigger hub with proximity to very good industry network here. See, especially when I hail from Thrissur, where we don't have such close network of industry in that locality. At least Kochi, Trivandrum, to an extent Calicut, and couple of other districts have that privilege. So you should actually leverage that. Your faculties are attempting, but unless you don't really get in. I believe some of you guys, I see Siddharth there. I'm not able to recollect faces, anything. You guys have come there for one of the event, namely HR Evolve, where you volunteered. You get into network, you get to connect with multiple people, you get to see the people who are decision makers in different companies, get network with them, and then do some projects. That is a direct track for you to get into internship, get into project, then you get into PPO. What is PPO? PPO means what? PPO. After internship, I got a PPO. What does that mean? I feel I'm talking to a different school kids. PPO is basically pre-placement offer, which the company offer you if your internship or project you have done in a credible way, right? That is the easiest way to impress yourself. If you might be struggling. See, some of us will be struggling to impress a interviewer in just some 20 minutes or 30 minutes, right? So what do? The alternate best way is to get into alternate experience gaining. That is internships, projects, but do it in a credible way. You might feel you will be able to submit some report, meet the academic credits. I am also guest faculty at XIME Kochi and NIT Calicut. So when I go there, I do prepare them for the campus placements. So even when we ask what they have written in their resume, they are not able to explain. That is where the bigger challenge. So if you have done some credible internship or project, that itself is very straightforward for you to get into something, because people will notify more than what you did there. They will actually see you as a serious person because you are someone who takes serious about yourself. That itself is a great value add for industry, because when you come inside, I need to know you will still work better on whatever the task assigned to you. That is the proof if you have done your internship or project well. You may not be able to really add great value out of that project to the industry soon. So alternate ways. So we should explore alternate ways. It can be internship. When you are doing your academics, even if there is no demand, I would suggest you should actually do parallel projects, okay, with any of the industry that you are aspiring to. Okay, people will be willing to give some work, but you should be ready to stretch. So in parallel, when I did my PG from NIT, there was something called as Technology Business Incubator. Heard of it? TBA is basically where startups or things will be groomed, where government fund them for the space and the facility, and they do their work, and they will eventually nurture after 3 years. That is a great space for MBAs to really go and contribute, because they will be small companies. They will not have any system set up. If you are an HR student, if you are a sociologist student, whichever might be your stream area, figure out some ecosystem like that. Go and contribute to them voluntarily. You will start learning. Actually, I got my pre-placement offer through that. I did a performance management framework design for a startup, which was just 14 people. The founders are technical people. So you can figure out which works for you better. And then we designed over 6 months, and that's how I was able to get a PPO. So this is the best way to get into the industry, gain alternate experience. Otherwise, it is always struggle, because some of us are really struggling to convey what we have in our mind, right? When we sit in front of an interviewer asks some question, whatever we prepared, everything is gone, right? Have you felt that? It's a fact. So prepare, that is the only way out. It is not that you were really weak, you have failed. It is because you were not able to confidently showcase yourself, you have failed. That is how you should take it. So Preparation is the only way, and gain experience alternate way is the only way out for you to really survive. And I'm showing some elements. You see where India stands across the globe. This is from NASSCOM report, where we are actually being identified as a high skillability and demand and supply gap in India is actually low. Okay, so because we fall somewhere there, that is why majority of us are migrating to US, Canada, or any other country. So that is what the stats say. Just wanted to share with you a couple of statistics. And now I have another question to you. Rank the following core skills in the order of future jobs. So you can play around. How you can do is that when you log into the screen, you will see a couple of options. You can just drag, pull up and down the options to the first, second, and third, whichever you feel as the right on your screen. So, okay, 2 participants started ranking. You can just scroll up, down, and fix this. Okay. All right, now resilience, flexibility, and agility is leading. Okay, leadership and social influence has come to the top now. So according to you, so your question is, according to you, what all may be the core skills in the order of importance for future jobs? We have technology literacy. Oh, you have pushed technology literacy to 4th. Where is it now? Okay, 2nd. All right. So technology literacy is on the 2nd spot now. Let's see how this would move on. Once we touch 100, we'll stop. So you all feel leadership and social influence is the top preferred one, and technology literacy as the 2nd top priority. Resilience, flexibility. Okay, 100 we already crossed. So I'll move on. So we have identified our data, right? Now I'm showing you the what that has been published by the World Economic Forum. Okay. So as per World Economic Forum, technology literacy comes at the 6th. And if you look at analytical thinking, resilience, flexibility, and agility, leadership and social influence, creative thinking, motivation, and self-awareness, all are social or soft skills. So we talk about everything high about tech, AI, everything we say. And if you recollect back something, there was a finding that people are struggling to work together in people. So if you look at everything that are highlighted in green, in the sense, okay, in this one it isn't that actually highlighted, that it will be after 10th one. But working with others is identified as one of the key skill. That means you should be able to work with different people. Then cognitive skills, whatever you see highlighted in green are actually cognitive skills. Technology skill is in this top 10 list, there is only one. There is actually 100 plus skills World Economic Forum has published. So what I am attempting to infer here, people skills and social skills are very critical than any of the technology skill we talk about, right? So that is something you should keep in mind. Along with that, you should know the decent technology acumen. Otherwise, you will not be able to survive. So that is the point I want to drive you home. So this is the long list of whatever they have. I mean, this is something World Economic Forum publish every 2-3 years. They publish it for another 5 years, what is based on the trends. So this is just for your info. This is by the World Economic Forum's Future of Jobs report. And I just wanted to show this stat. I showed you a couple of different countries where we stand. And if you look at this one, how many of you are planning to go to abroad soon after your postgraduate program? No, you can raise hand. I mean, your faculties will not have anything to do with it. Not to worry. Okay, let me ask the other way. How many of you are not planning to go to abroad after the graduation? Okay, this is also fairly less than 50%. All right. Yeah, I know, being sisters, you may not be able to really make up, I am clear. But maybe for your, the outstation programs, you may be able to. All right. So, in Kerala, let's look at the stat. Kerala says, proportion of persons among the migrants who migrated due to employment-related reasons among the males. So, it says 37.2% of Kerala's male are migrating to other country, okay? And interestingly, if you look at the overall migration rate, What is it on Kerala? Overall migration rate? 41.2. So what does that mean? What is that statistics infer to you? From Kerala, female are the crew who majorly migrate out of the country than the male. That is what it says. It can be any stream. It's not even exclusively on nursing. Nursing is a very easy way to move, but for everything actually doing. So that is the fact. So think of, and there were many studies published by the embassy where the life at the other side is hell. Okay, which we actually don't realize. See, there are always exceptions. You should not compare yourself with exceptions. If you have a very close ally, somebody like your uncle is there, you will stay with that person and will do something, that's a different league. But you should actually think multiple times. All those who, close to 50% of people who raised hand, be very careful when you plan to migrate outside the country. And the life is not easy as we see from this side. How many of you have seen United Kingdom of Kerala? Anybody seen that film? Okay. United Kingdom of Kerala, I see a couple of you. So there is a lot of insight that movie even gives, right? So think of it, you should actually think of it well before really taking a decision. All right. All right, so here I'm getting into more into the AI concepts. In parallel, we'll just see whether our website. All right, I think it's still not up. I have updated this one. Let's see whether this is. Oh, I'm not projecting that. All right. Okay. It has not yet come. All right. I'll go back to the screen. Maybe I'll just finish this and come back again there. I think there is something wrong in the projection. I'll just come back to that. Maybe meanwhile we'll attempt to complete some AI concepts. So I'll now come back to, our topic was AI in HR or how to humanize tech. So I want you to answer. This one I actually need help. Ashwin, I need your help to carry the mic and get some response. So I have this question to you. Is the slide moving? Can you help to move this next? Okay. Just click again. Before that, there is a slide. Go back once more. Once more. Okay. Heard of prompt engineering? Ayo, I lost energy. Please give me some response. You haven't heard of prompt engineering. All right. I think I should not come here for taking a session on AI, I believe. That wasn't the topic for this group. All right. See, prompt engineering is actually a necessary skill going forward for any graduate. What does the word prompt mean? Ashwin, can you help me? Ashwin is a vibe coder, so Ashwin will help me. Just tell what you feel as prompt. No, you can come on mic. It can be wrong. Don't worry. I'm actually happy. At least there is someone who has the guts to come to the stage and respond something even if it is wrong. Go to that mic and you can tell.
While we using a AI, the prompt is a major part of what we are creating. A good prompt will create a good result.
Perfect. So prompt is basically what you give as the input when you tell something to the AI. You cannot tell anything and everything to AI and it will not sit there idle, right? Because even when the website development, we have seen what has happened. A series of questions we have to answer, right? So prompting is, you need to know what to ask, how to ask, and what is the clarity you have to offer to the AI. AI is more like another person, right? So if you don't know to ask right question, it will give you wrong answer. That is the fundamental of prompt engineering. Yeah, you speak to prompt, right? Right. Closer by you want to be? Is it? Okay, he is suggesting the voice prompt. All right. See, voice prompting, it's not there in all apps. Voice prompting might come. Obviously, that is the next element where you really don't want to type in anything and waste your effort, and we are becoming more lazy and lazy, and we don't know where it will end up us. I'll show you one case study how it is troubling us. You'll see the other side of that also. So yes, voice prompting is there. There are a couple of tools that allows. Even we use Microsoft 365 in my organization, where we actually use Copilot that helps us in terms of how to do voice prompting. That is there in our organization. We'll see how the prompting. If you don't know what to ask to the AI, I am telling you how you can actually take help from AI to what to ask to AI. Is it that confusing? Let me repeat. You don't even know what to ask to AI, right? So then your prompt will obviously go wrong. So how can you actually know what is the right thing to ask to AI? What is the answer? Ask AI itself, right? So I'll tell you how that can be done. So the first thing you should tell, any prompt that you give, you should tell AI the role that the AI has to play. You can tell AI you act as an HR professional with some 10 years of experience in product and service industry. Then it will think in that line. So when you start any prompt to the AI, so this is a fundamental step. If you learn this will ease your life very much. So first thing when you initiate anything, what you have to tell is that you should tell AI that act as a prompt engineer. That is the first thing you should tell to AI. Act as a prompt engineer, right? That is the first thing you'll write to AI. Then what you'll do is that the primary step is basically you have to list down what is your primary thought. Then you should tell act as a prompt engineer. Then you should tell to the AI, review the prompt I have given to you. Okay, that is the second step you should tell the AI. Okay, so initially, maybe I'll repeat from the start. Whatever you have in mind, you list down whatever you know. Okay, whatever you want to ask. Okay, we asked to create a website or something. Then, as a following that, you should tell AI, act as a prompt engineer. Review the prompt I have shared now. The third step you should ask to the AI is that, optimize the prompt I have shared to you. Okay. And the fourth step is, before finalizing the prompt from your memory, ask me questions if you have. This is the simple fourth step. If you follow, you will actually be a good prompt engineer. Because right questions to be asked is the skill that you should learn. Right? So in prompt engineering, fundamentally is that. So if you follow these 4 steps, you will be able to always refine. Then if you complete the 4th step, AI will ask you back a couple of questions. Okay? You can respond to those questions. Once you complete those questions, what will be the outcome? You will achieve a refined prompt that ideally you would have asked at the start. You get it? Is that clear or made you too complex? That is the best way if you're a layman who has no idea about how to ask something to AI. Just follow this 4th step. It will help you and it will come back to you saying how you can actually write things. And then you copy that and paste back to AI and tell, this is what I want you to do. Done? So that is the easiest way how you can actually use AI to cover up your weakness. Right? So this is fundamentally prompt engineering and a tip for the prompt engineering. Now I'll ask you a couple of things. Here is where, Ashwin, I need your help, at least to roam around, and I need some answers for some of those I ask. Who has a hand mic? Okay. Ashwin, you are the only person I feel who has some guts to really stand up and do something. Anybody else, any volunteers from students who can actually pass on mic? I need some answer. Have you heard of LLM? Yeah. Anybody can answer, sir. Can you give the mic to them? I see 2 hand raises.
Large language model.
Large language models. Okay, that is the expansion of that term. What is it? What is large language model?
It's the AI itself, the model which it is trained in.
Model which is trained is LLM. Okay. Any other answers? See, what I'm trying to do is that I'll help you clarify the concepts of AI so that you can actually be very comfortable to deal with it. Any question? Anybody has any? Okay, fine. I think LLM we will pose now. I have another question, API. Anybody has any idea about what is API? This is more of a technical term. I'm not very sure whether you will be able to relate. Anybody know? Ashwin, you have some idea? API? Would you like to attempt on the mic? Any response Ashwin gives on the mics, you guys should clap. Because I have kept him on the spot. Come on, Ashwin. Whatever you know, it's fine. It can be wrong, totally wrong. That's fine. No idea. What is your thought about API? Let me know. Anybody has any idea what is API? Maybe API is a technical term, so I'll not push him too much to be on the spot. Let me ask, what are AI tools? Now you should at least help me answer. What are AI tools? I forgot the person who has said LLMs expansion. What was your name?
Joseph.
Joseph. So Joseph, if I may ask, how do you differentiate LLM and AI tool? Do you have any idea?
AI tools LLM use ചെയ്താണ് work ചെയ്യുന്നത്.
AI tools works with. Give him a good round of applause. No? Very true. Very true. Because many don't get this right. Good response. So AI tools we have seen. Now what is context? What is context? If you get these points clear, we are actually through with. I will level you up to the level 1 proficiency in AI. Any idea context? We did something vibe coding couple of minutes before. Go ahead, ma'am. You are right, actually. Sorry, would you like to pass on the mic to ma'am? Everybody is student in this room now. Not to worry. And you can see I am the fool joker standing in front of you to run the show. That's the only thing. Go ahead, ma'am.
Sir, I think it is the context in which you want to use this AI. It may be in the teaching learning process or maybe for designing websites, something like that. Yeah.
Okay. That's ma'am's response. All right. Any of you have any other response? What is context? Ashwin has actually given certain context in his prompting. Have you observed? See, the first prompt was create a website. Second following prompt was create a website for Loyola College. The third context was create a website for Loyola College Trivandrum. What does it mean? You are actually helping the other party. What is that you actually wanted to convey? That is what he did, right? That is what context is about. Without context, A is a Dumbo. Okay? Without context, A is a Dumbo. So you should always give context, otherwise you will not get any answer from AI. You will get answer which will be totally wrong. Okay? So, I mean, anybody who doesn't know Malayalam in this room? Okay, you are there. All right. And I thought to use a proverb, then I think I am not getting the translation for that in English, so I'll skip. All right. So here, next one, AI agent. Have you heard of AI agent? Anybody heard of AI agent? Yes. Sir, can you give mic to that person?
Yes, sir. I have heard of it.
What may be your thought? What is your understanding about AI agent?
It's like AI will do the job on behalf of us, like for booking a ticket or doing stuff which would use the power of AI. Instead of the humans interacting, AI would do everything for us.
All right. Okay, let me ask then this one. Then what is agentic AI? Ashwin, you would like to try what is AI agent? Come on the mic and tell. No, whichever you feel apt.
AI agent I know.
Go ahead, AI agent.
Actually, they will assist us to do something when we go to a website, especially in banking or something. There will be a AI agent. They will help us to get what we are searching for.
All right. I told you one thing couple of minutes before. You should give him a clap. All right. Thanks, Ashwin. All right. So let me attempt to give you what this is. Okay. In a typical layman term, we are actually coming out of the technology side now. Imagine, I believe, Anita ma'am, you are a rank holder of Loyola in your batch. Perfect. I'll take example of Anita ma'am. All right. So she has a PhD. Okay. Let's take Anita ma'am as the sample or the narrative for AI. So Anita ma'am has read the entire PhD thesis across this globe. Let's imagine it that way. She is a super smart person. Okay? So she has read the entire PhD thesis. She has read through many books across the globe and she has read through everything. Now she is a super smart person. She has everything in her memory. Okay? Now what I'm doing is that I'm going to lock her up in a room. Okay? So she's inside a room. And I locked up the doors, windows, everything. Okay? And now I would say Anita ma'am is an LLM. What does that mean? Anita ma'am is an LLM because she has sufficient knowledge in her brain and we locked up her in a room. Okay. I'll tell you why we locked up her in a room. Okay. Now coming to, let's say, some of you are asking you want to go to Tambanur or Taikad or for some museum visit. Let's say you have some weekend time. You're asking AI or maybe you are asking Anita ma'am. You're going near the room is locked. You're asking Anita ma'am, how is the weather at museum area today? This is what you're asking. Okay? And Anita ma'am would say what? You may take the umbrella, you may not take the umbrella. Rain may be there. It may be temperature may be sufficiently fine. You may take your own risk and go. Okay? Because she knows the places in and around Trivandrum. So this will be the response Anita ma'am will give. Because why? She's in a room. She has no idea about what is happening at the museum area. Right? So that is what LLM does. LLM has sufficient brain memory in it which know everything but which don't know live what is happening in specific. That is where API comes into play. What is API? Application Programming Interface, which is a technical term, so I'll skip that, may not be much relevant for you. APIs are the more like, if I may say, window. Okay. Now I am telling Anita ma'am, I will open one window for you in the room. There is a room. I'm opening a window. So that window is actually now API. Because now she can see through outside what is happening. Right? And she may even understand whatever maximum she can see through her eyesight. She will know whether it is raining. She will know whether it is not raining. And she will be able to ask somebody outside and understand what is happening. So that is where the information is passing up and down. That is basically what API do. I'm just helping you understand the AI concept so that when you get these terms, you will get it right. Now coming back to AI tools. What are AI tools? What are AI tools? ChatGPT is actually an LLM. That is where we actually get it wrong always. ChatGPT is an LLM, Gemini is an LLM, Cloud is an LLM. Then what is AI tool? AI tool is something specific which will actually help us solve something, okay, which is very unique. Can I use Slido for a payroll processing? It can't be done because this is made up for a particular purpose, okay, and it cannot apply an intelligence beyond it. It will have typical small Gen AI elements embedded in it. That's what maximum it can do. So that is what actually AI tool is. Basically, if I ask Anita ma'am, again coming back to our example, when I come back and ask, whether there will be raining, should I take umbrella? Okay, I'm asking Anidam, should I take umbrella when I go to the museum to see the museum? So she will say, you take the umbrella, because she know there might be chances of rain, or there might be chances of even heavy sunlight, so you can at least cover up yourself, so use the umbrella. So she will give you a response, use the umbrella. That is actually AI tool. Okay, so now we have connected something outside and inside. That is where AI tool is. Now what is context here? Context is, you should tell, you will go, maybe say today evening 4 p.m. I am planning to go to museum, and I would like to know what is the weather status. And the museum is in Trivandrum. So you have set the context. What is the context? 4 p.m. is the time. Museum is what you are planning to visit. You have to visit at Trivandrum Museum, right? So that is the context. So now Anida ma'am knows what is actually the context, okay? And this window is open, right? So she can ask somebody else and understand what might be the whereabouts about the weather in Trivandrum today. And she will come back and tell you, yes, there is a high likely chance to rain, so you carry the umbrella, okay? That is where context helps. Now, what is AI agent? Now, AI agent is someone, now let's come back to Ananda ma'am's refined version. Ananda ma'am's refined version will be, I will create an AI agent which will be already prompted to coin in such a way that it will know only one core area. So Ananda ma'am is a management faculty, okay? So you ask any management question, she will explain. You ask a medical science question, what would happen? What would happen? She will not know, because that is not her area. So I will give a prompt and create a persona, and will build Anida ma'am in such a way that she will be deep expert in management faculty profession. She will not have any clue about medical science. Now let's take another example. So the AI agent's advantage is that AI agent will go deeper and deeper into the specific focus area that you have to perform. I have created a couple of AI agents in HR for me to make my work easier. I'll just show if there is a time that avails. The other one is agentic AI. What is agentic AI? Agentic AI is where, let's say, we create Dr. Angelo as a medical science doctor, right? Now, when there is Dr. Angel is a medical science doctor. He is also an agentic AI, and it knows the deeper of how to be done, or any medical science related matter. Now, while Anida ma'am is taking a class, somebody fainted, okay, in the class. What do? She is a management faculty, has no idea about what to be done, and this person is shivering or showing some symptoms, no idea. So what should Anida ma'am do? So Anida ma'am and Dr. Angelo should communicate, right? Then what happens? And this is not with instruction. Anida ma'am will herself go and ask Dr. Angelo, and there will be a conversation. They will do the needful. So now two different AI agents started collaborating to solve a problem, right? That is agency. Then there is an agency building. That is agentic AI, right? Did that make sense? In a very typical layman practical example, I believe at least you know what does these terms mean, how it is actually helping. This is the base foundation. I don't think I can explain to a non-technical people in a better way than this. This is 100% on a technical thing, so I'm helping you out in the. Please give me a good round of applause. No, first line actually gave. All right, perfect. So now we have actually attempted to cover. I have just created a comic. Yesterday I was just thinking, how do I convey agentic AI and AI agent to you? So I asked bot itself, help me create a comic to help my audience understand what is AI agent and agentic AI. And it has helped me create this. So it has helped me, Arjun as an AI agent, Arya as an agentic AI. So what is that Arjun do? Arjun, please send reminders to employees about upcoming training. Arjun did that. So do we have an Arjun here? Do we have an Arjun here? I see somebody smiling. All right, okay. So Arjun has sent all reminders Now let's take Arya, who is an agentic AI. Huh? So Arya, what she did is that she haven't even waited for instruction. In the same example that we have taken, Ananda ma'am has actually haven't waited on what to do, how to do, etc. She actually immediately reached out to Dr. Angelo, who is a medical expert, right? So what Arya do? I have analyzed the feedback from all employees. I suggest a buddy system and an onboarding video. So what is actually the difference between Arjun and Arya? Arya is more proactive, will go and figure out what to be done. Arjun is someone who, whatever you give instruction, he will do perfect, right? That is the minor difference between AI agent and agentic AI. So if you look at, unless someone told him to do, he will not do. Are we in that state, right? Then the other one, he'll set her own goal and found a solution and took initiative. That is what agentic AI. So going forward in companies, how we are also building is that there are actually AI agent in HR, AI agent in marketing, AI agent in finance. When there is a proposal request come, we will pass on to this agent and these agents will talk. Okay, and it will bring up the solution. That is how industry is heading to. So just giving you a bit more about the technical aspects, but with that I think I'll just stop and show you how I have created an AI agent. We may not have time to really show how to create, but I will tell you how I have created one and I'll show you a sample, okay? Because the time is close by, so you have to close early is what I understand. All right. Oh, my screen is still not up. Okay. Is this better now? All right. Okay. So I'll go back to this one. Oh, I think net is slow. All right. See, I have created an agentic AI. Now I'll show you how you can also create. You can actually create your clone. Huh? How will you create your clone? You have to write about your profile. I am a student of MHRM. I have done this project, and you have listed down all this. So I'll show you a sample. I have created a HR communication agent. If you go to Gemini, whatever might be the lowest platform you use, you can actually pick the reasoning math code option, or you can pick the fast all-around help. If you pick fast all-around help, you will see an option, namely explore gems. Okay. If you look at explore gems, there are multiple gems that are readily available. It can be a career guide, coding partner, whatever it may. You can even create a new gem. So this gem is actually going to be an AI agent for you, okay? It will do everything that you want on a specific area. So here it is saying you are a horticulturist with a background in natural lawns, native plants, etc. I'm giving these inputs, right? So that's how it will. I'll just show you how I have created a communication agent. Then I'll show you how that has been. See, I have given the name as communication agent. I have told it instructions are, you are highly skilled professional human resource communication specialist. Your primary task is to draft clear, concise, and empathetic communications for employees on a variety HR related topic. Core persona, professional, empathetic tone, all these are something we have to give as prompt. Clarity and simplicity is something I have preferred another. Audience aware, that means when I communicate, I should be very sensitive on what is the other side. Okay, you can actually use this for your academics or anything. And I have given all these and I have created an agent. Now, whatever I type here, if I ask here anything about a medical science question, it will not give me a right answer. Because I have created an AI agent only for HR communication expertise, right? So likewise, you can create AI agents in whichever stream you feel. Now Gemini has given free version where you can create AI agents. So far it wasn't revealed. Okay. Now eventually I believe ChatGPT and other LLM models will naturally follow. So this is how you can create an AI agent. Since time is not there, I'm not able to really showcase how to deep dive and create this prompt. Even this prompt I have actually created using AI only. Okay. Whatever I have given. See, I have actually given a depth. Act as a gem manager creator. I told AI this, how to create an AI agent for me. So you can also ask this to AI. I told Gemini, into the gems, and I said, act as a gem manager creator. I need your help to create a gem manager in Gemini. Task is to structure a professional HR communication that effectively pass on the messages to employees in the company. Create instructions for gem names professional HR communication so that I can give the context to create a gem. This much is what I have told Gemini, okay? And Gemini has helped me creating an AI agent. So it is saying, hello, as the gem manager creator, I can help you design a gem, okay? I can help you create an AI agent. And now it is creating me an entire AI agent instruction, so I can add my name or employee name or confidential details, whatever to be given, and it has helped me create an entire prompt. Remember our prompt engineering principle. You should always tell AI what it should act like. Then you should tell, review it, then you should tell, optimize it, and then you should tell, ask what is that you need clarifications from me. So that completes the whole sum, okay? Then it will give you a prompt. So this is how I have created an AI agent, and that is working fine for me. I have actually created that to show you a demo, right? So this very finely works for me, and I am able to use it. Now coming back to another one, since I don't have time, I'm rushing a bit. I have actually wanted to do one thing. I'll just show you what I have done. Since time is not there, I'll not be able to really show you in detail, but I'm just attempting to show you something which may be of help to you. I have asked, I wanted to create an effective communication workshop specifically for HR and applied in corporate world, and make it very basic and interesting for beginners. This is what I have done. Now in the morning I have told you will have a presentation, you will have a PPT to make. I have actually taken a couple of samples from Siddharth in terms of how to show it live. I think we don't have time, so I'll just show you. I have given the prompt, and I'll tell you it has actually coded for me. What you are seeing now on screen is actually the coding AI has done. And see, it has done actually sufficiently good number of codes to generate my entire PPT. So what it has done, it has actually created me an entire PPT that I can run for a program. And I can actually modify this. I'll just show you how you actually feels confident about this. Will you be able to go? See, if you are on the go, you want to do something. See how it has created PPT for me. It has created foundation of HR communication. It has created me and their basics. Even it has researched on behalf of me. Then it has even created some exercises, key insights. It has even added communication skill basics. It has even added practical exercise so that after a session I can give that to the audience to do something. So this much is the level of advancement that you can do with free versions. So I don't know how far you will do for the other elements, but this much is the advancement for free versions. So let me just see, something has come up. Oh, you have some network protocol here. Somebody who is controlling the protocols. All right. Maybe I'll just show you sample. See, yesterday I have asked, I'll just show you. We actually asked a nudge, no? To the, see, give a good round of clap to Manas, no? See, Manas has created a website for Loyola College, okay? And it is saying the leader in learning, explore programs, home, about academics, student life, admissions, contact. It has even researched. See the URL, it is not Loyola's URL. We have just told AI to prepare a website for Loyola, okay? And it has created just in 1 hour or less than 1 hour for us. And see, welcome to Loyola. It is, we haven't given the pages to be very dynamic. That is why it is not coming in the prompt. So 60 plus years of excellence, is that right? If the faculty, yes. So A has very clearly done its research. It is saying A++ NACC accreditation, is that right? Perfect. Top 10 social work colleges, 200 plus global network institutions, and welcome to Loyola College of Social Sciences. That's what it tells. Huh? And it even tells me why choose Loyola College. Huh? And it tells experienced faculty, industry partnerships, value-driven education, and it even tells academic programs. Are these academic programs right? MA Sociology, MSW, MHRM, MSc Counseling Psychology. Is that the PG programs Loyola has? And give a good round of applause to Manus, no? See, it has created everything for us. Huh? Yeah, you can modify, because you can modify the prompt and you can tweak it. So, see, actually, Ashwin, you stand up, you have created this. So give a good round of applause to Ashwin, who has created this through vibe coding. And Vibrant Campus, it has picked some picks, and it is saying student clubs, societies, explore student life, and accolades that speak volumes. It is saying Pranab Mukherjee has given some testimonial to Loyola. Is it true? Correct. So everything it has researched and identified itself, right? I haven't done anything. I didn't even know. Then latest news and events, is this latest news correct? Loyola College goes autonomous, right? It even says brochure release with Dr. Shashi Tharoor, that may have happened some time back, right? Autonomy launch celebration has happened, and it even connect with this, is this address, contact number, everything right? Is this address, contact number, everything right? Okay, photo it has taken from school, okay, all right. So, it is the email ID, things are right? Okay, perfect. So, it has given sufficient inputs on this. And yes, we as a group did a vibe coding and created a website for Loyola in this session. All right? Perfect. Sorry? Huh. You can directly copy paste the code, so there is code available. See, I'll just show you the code. So this entire code lines, whatever we have created. I'll show you the code. Help me modify this. So should I, okay, maybe I should not be sharing this site link, then it will be published. See, on the right side, you will see the code. So you can actually copy paste this code, and if you have somebody who has very minimal technical knowledge about purchasing a domain from GoDaddy or somewhere, you can just plug the code and give the link and it will up, right? And it will replace the Loyola's existing website with this new website. That's it. So that's simple vibe coding is, without even knowing anything, you can still code. All right, now going back to our context, I think I'll skip many of these and then I'll get into my conclusion area. I have larger pointers to cover, but I believe we will fast track and will attempt. Asmi ma'am, I will have time till 12:10 or something. Where is she? Is that the maximum I can attempt? Right. So you tell me when to. All right. Okay, I'll close by that. Fine. Okay, so create AI agent we actually looked at. Then see opportunities for MBAs in HR, I think I will skip. Ashwin, can you help me move the slides? We'll skip this. I think this maybe on a separate specific session we can look at. Move on. Somebody has asked, no, just place back, just before slide. Okay. Someone has asked, I don't know who, okay, I think Sir during his initial speech has mentioned a lot about the roles that are available, okay, especially for MH. I understand from ma'am that some of the social science students, I think in the other stream, has also got placed in HR. Is that right? All right. Okay, some of them. So this itself will take a lot of things. I may have to show the JD, but the point I am attempting is that the entire HR trajectory of profession has been segmented to 4 areas: solution providers, service providers, advisory, and strategic. You can flourish through any track. There is nothing like only vertical track. Maybe we will not have time to go through. I can actually pass on the link to maybe Anita ma'am or anybody else. Let's quickly check AI impact. This is just the fact that that has been published. The source is from large language models and jobs impact, jobs of tomorrow. So this is how you can see HR there and other different functions there, how it is going to hit. I'll just skip all these all you know. And impact of AI in HR. This is actually day before yesterday's news. Do you know this guy? Perplexity you have heard of? So he is the founder of that. He's the CEO of that company. And they have released a new browser, namely Comet. What is that you guys use now? Chrome. What is that you use? Do you know at least that? Okay, Chrome or Mozilla Firefox, Internet Explorer. So, okay, generally this will be. Now Comet is coming, and Comet will actually have an Gen AI element and LLM model embedded in it, right? So even with one prompt, it will go and do, even AI agent is also embedded in it. So what is our brain for is another question now. Huh? So that is the level it is coming. And he is saying, see, in the near term, it is going to impact white collar jobs, and it is saying recruiting and administrative roles will be vanished. It will not be no more relevant is what he says. Just wanted to share you the industry happenings. And this is actually a CHRO level study. Just wanted to show you how the preference of industry is going to be. Reducing administrative burdens, 69% improve HR delivery, 55% enhance employee experience is what the attempt. Maybe I'll skip this, future of function, etc. These are different tools which we use in HR. Maybe due to the time paucity, I'll actually move on. There are many tools that I can show. I think this part I'll skip. This you can even read through AHR. Have you heard of MHRM students? At least, are you following a couple of key LinkedIn pages? AHR, have you heard of? AHR is Academy, or in Academy to Innovate in HR is actually AHR. It is good to follow. It is a tremendous rich wealth of knowledge. So much of publishing they do. All these things they have even published blogs. Since I don't have time, I'm actually moving. I'll just tell you something at Reflection, something, I represent the company, namely Reflections. We have actually restated our mission. Our mission is now to be an AI-powered innovative digital engineering company. Okay, this we did in the last 1 year back, and we are also certified on 42001. 42001 is an international accreditation for AI practices in an established company. So we are actually couple of the companies who have actually achieved this in India, and recently on the other side, on people side also, we have been now identified as the 39th great place to work in India. So that has been declared recently. So that is how Reflections are now. Only just to give you a couple of context. Now I would like to just play and show. This is an AI we have created in Reflections, and we call it as Rai. Okay, this is actually not a real human. Okay, but we have given her a human face, and it will actually talk to us. It actually goes around and speak to people at the organization. I think the audio is not coming out.
Here at Reflections, learning is a shared adventure, and I'm here to make it smarter, faster, and a lot more fun.
So it will keep talking to you. Okay, so whatever it has spoke to you is actually whenever we have any of the things to do, we actually feed it to them. It will go and talk to the people. It will come on your MS Teams interface. It will convey the messages. So that's how we are progressing at Reflections. And these are a couple of areas, or maybe I think it's too technical, so I might skip considering the time. These are certain tools our team is already using. Okay. Then HR area, I'll just try to figure out. Maybe I'll do one thing. I think in HR specific thing, I have recently given an interview. Maybe I'll attempt to, I'll do one thing. I think better I'll share this. This is fully whatever I'm explaining. Everything that we did in using AI in HR at Reflections, we have actually covered through a 2 to 3 series interview. It is 15 minutes long. So you may actually listen to it maybe at a 2x speed or something. I'll pass on the link to maybe any of the faculty. They can share with you if you are interested to listen to it, you can listen to it. That is what I actually wanted to cover in the session also. Since time is not there, I'll just pass on this further. Maybe in recruitment also, have you heard of Boolean search? Have you ever felt you have sent a resume and the company is not replying to you? How many of you face that? Can you raise hand? Or you have sent the resume and company is not replying to you. Only 6 of you, so others haven't even applied. Huh? You don't even look for. All right. See, what may be the reason? Have you ever thought of? What is that you are seeing on this right side? Any idea? We have learned this in our physics in 8th or 9th standard. We have learned AND gate, XOR gate, OR gate. Have you learned something in physics in school? So this is the same. See, in industry, we call it as Boolean search. Okay, Boolean search means a couple of you have raised hand. You haven't actually not getting a call. Why you are not getting a call? Because whom should you tackle first when you apply for a job? Whom should you tackle? Do you have any idea? Sorry? Somebody is telling right. You can actually tell that louder. ATS. Who said ATS? What is your good name, ma'am? Ananya. Yes. So give her a good round of applause. See, ATS, or I would say the AI algorithm. Okay. You should actually crack the AI algorithm to get an appointment with a human. Can you imagine that? So that is why you are not getting a response from a company, because the AI haven't even shortlisted your resume and a human haven't even seen. So how will you get a call back? So there is an altogether different approach to crack the ATS. Okay, maybe if another session or time permits, we'll see at some later point of time. So I'll just show you a sample, maybe if, just for your quick understanding about how it works in industry. This is just for your reference. Since Father has given me 15 minutes, I'll just see what it is doing. See, this is how you apply. You have a profile, there is a JD, etc. I'm showing a live demo of an ATS AI engine, how it works. Okay, so let's imagine we all see JD in the LinkedIn, right? When you go for any job, you will see the job descriptions listed there and how job descriptions are listed. And it is fed to the AI. So HR recruiter basically feeds the AI on the JD that they are looking for, right? Then comes, see, imagine these are the resumes you applied. Imagine all those who raised hands. This is how your resumes come to the AI tool. Okay, automatically AI will pick everything to the tool. And it will actually go through the each and every aspect of whatever you have written. So sometimes you may not be really proficient, but you will write as proficient and you will crack the AI. That is how things happen in industry. So now if you see the respective resumes that has come to a company is actually getting added there, and we'll see how it goes. Maybe I'll fast track a bit. Okay, so now it has, see, now it has gone for an JD resume comparison. That is what AI does. And soon after on matching score, you will find, see, Aditya's score matching for the role is 65%. And now you will see the next person. Terry has now shot up. That person is now 85% of matching to the score. Now Aditya has come to the third. So it will analyze all the specifics and see all the data points that whatever we are giving it is analyzing. You are seeing a live demo. And now you will see if your profile is somewhere at this stage, you will not get an interview call. You may be somewhere at this stage. You may have applied. You may be somewhere at this stage. You may not have even read a JD, but you may have still applied, and see how the trend goes. So this is how it will actually go back to the HR recruiter. And the recruiter will get only these two people, Terry Kiran and Piyush Gautam. The others will directly get eliminated at the system itself. A human will not see your resume. Then how will you get a call? Right? This is the reality. Just giving you the feel of how behind the scenes things are happening in the recruiter segment. All right. Now we will skip this aspect, and I'll skip all these. Maybe I want to come back to before. This maybe you can take a photo. Basically, this is a list of tools that I have collated exclusively for faculties and students. So what it does is that there is a series of things. ChatGPT anyway you know, and Chat PRD something will help you. That is where I have asked Siddharth for that sample. You can actually, what you can give to Chat PRD is that you can extract the university protocols mandates. You will have a standard guidelines like font size should be this, header size should be this, it should have a synopsis, it should have project summary, it should have research findings. You will have a lot of things listed by the university protocol or the institute protocol, right? Just upload that document as is. And whatever might be your project title, okay, whether it is an employee experience, employee satisfaction survey, whatever that you would like to do, give a bit more context to the AI and then plug it to ChatPRD. ChatPRD will actually give you the entire project report in just one day. So, sir, yes. See, there is a plagiarism check and human check is there. I'm not saying that you should do and don't do this and they blame me. You can always see there are institutes which specifically check plagiarism and they will be able to actually figure out whether you have done. See, one bigger impact is that I'll show you the case study and I'll tell you how you will get trapped if you just submit this. That element is also there. See, when there is a smart person, there will be obviously a smarter person than the smart person somewhere. Okay, that is something we should always realize. But this will ease your effort, and when you haven't really done, you will actually struggle to explain it, which is a fact. When you really go and present, if somebody asks a question why this is being mentioned at that corner of the slide, you are doomed. You don't even know why that has come because it was created by AI and you don't even know why it is created, right? Yeah, I would recommend ChatCAI. ChatCAI is where we have created now the website. Okay. Then the Manus we have created the website. There is something called as Gen2 BAP. I'll just show you. This might be helpful to you in terms of those who are interested in, not specifically for academic purpose, but this will be something I feel you are interested in. Maybe I can, let me just attempt to show you. One sample I'll show you since Sir has asked. This one is something I felt really interesting, so I thought I'll just show you. So what I have created is that, maybe I'll tell, okay, it's not working. Let me see whether it will allow. Okay. So you wanted to create a, I'm going to create Loyola College student standing in front of Loyola entrance gate. It will give wrong answers, not to worry. I'm just, see, I have given. Yes, this is Gen 2. Is the mic off? Excuse me, the mic off? Okay. See, this is Gen 2. See, this is all about prompting. I just told you, okay? You don't have to really click an image, maybe. What I told is that, see, in this, I have never mentioned Loyola College of Social Sciences, Trivandrum. Okay, that's why it haven't come. I just mentioned Loyola College students standing in front of a Loyola entrance gate. See what it has created instantly. Maybe I can let we being in Kerala, I'll just attempt to see backwaters. It's not coming. I'll just type one more and we'll stop. Backwaters with a old man rowing a boat. See what has happened. See what has happened. It has instantly generated, right? I just gave a prompt, backwaters with an old man rowing a boat. It has given me instantly. So these are some creatives which you can, this is Gen 2, which will again help. There are so many tools like that. We'll go back to our presentation. Yeah, I think we got diverted to this when Sarah's mentioned to check about the tools. Yeah. Then there is Glorify. Glorify is another tool, which I would say if there are anybody who is interested in product engineering, marketing, design, if there are somebody like that, then Glorify will be a good tool. You can just give a one prompt and it will create, or even for your personal matter, you may have Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook. You can give one image and tell it to prepare fit for all platforms. It will give you headers, it will give you favicon, it will give you the image in a shape where it has to be kept in Instagram in the portrait mode and to the LinkedIn in a banner mode, everything it will do. Right? That is Glorify. Maybe I'll move on. This is, you have taken the photo, I believe, right? You can just go ahead. This is what I wanted to conclude, okay, with this case study. This is a case study by MIT, okay. Now I am coming to the other side of all these AI. So they have done, MIT has done an interesting study. They have done thermal mapping, basically brain scan, okay. A study of ChatGPT users revealed shocking results is their key thing. So what you're seeing on first one is actually a ChatGPT user. The other side is the brain scan of a non-ChatGPT user, okay. So we should actually think twice. Are we actually letting our brain fail, or are we actually letting our brain work better? Okay, this is what this study reveals. And it says 83.3% of users couldn't recall what they have generated or what they have attempted. I mean, Sarah's asked a question whether we can submit the report. So you generate something, you go to the main stage, you are doomed. You don't even recollect anything, you don't even know why you did this. And on the contract, those writing without AI had no trouble in remembering. That means if you do ourselves, naturally your brain's focus and attention is higher and it works. And the other element, it also says 47% drop in neural engagement. That is what you can see in the brain's thermal mapping when you actually use that. Then the lowest cognitive performance among all user groups is this. Then the other aspect, even after stopping ChatGPT, let's say we realize that, okay, ChatGPT is actually troubling me, or these LLM models are actually losing, I mean, my brain is not working. And even after we end this one, the performance remain lower because our brain's neural networks are not actually binding well and we are stuck. And then finally, more than the dependency, it has become a cognitive weakening. That means we are making ourselves incompetent if we are fully relying on any of the AI tools is what the finding is. Right? And beyond the scans, so essays, they attempted this in essay writing, okay? And essays were technically solid, but it often lacked, it felt like robotic, soulless, or there is lacking depth, okay? So this is a clear finding by MIT, so we can be very careful when we use any LLM models. And this is another aspect I would like to tell, the productivity paradox. We always tell using AI tool increases the productivity, right? On the other side of it, you should be actually wise with AI. Because see, your smartness should still survive even if AI do something for you. That is something you should keep in mind. If you look at it, increase speed, empowering tool, assists in thinking, but it is actually cognitive offloading. You are not letting your brain think. Other is reduced engagement, and you feel you are not able to learn anything further when you are too dependent on this tool. Right? That is where the challenge is. And ChatGPT makes you 60% faster, but it reduces the mental effort and learning by 32%. You gain speed but lose engagement. You get answers but stop learning how to think. After some time, when something is being asked by your parent, you have to actually go and ask that to the ChatGPT. That will be the situation you will end up when you, yes sir. That's right. True. So there should be always a balance. So my question to you will be, this will be my lastly thing, should we use AI? Because the cognitive thing is actually going off. Can I get some response to this? 150 people are there on the system. With that, I think I'll have 2 more minutes. With that, I'll close. So 4 to 7 people are saying. So we have seen all the website, Loyola's website instantly created by AI, and it was done through vibe coding. And where do we stand really is what we have to look at. Okay. 66% say continue using it. Okay, I am clueless is also a fair thing. 24% say yes, avoid it. I really would be happy to meet these 24% people. Huh? Sorry, sir. Yeah, I'm clueless. I'm clueless on this one, sir. Should we use AI? Yeah. All right. So there is to be, you have seen two sides. That is where now your brain is getting confused, whether it will really help me, not help me. But yes, avoid it. There is a percentage which I am unsure of, but actually how we should attempt is what I am going to say. This is a leaderboard for the people who have consistently responded. Jon Snow, okay, I see a couple of you, thanks. Right. All right. So coming back to the final, what is the takeaway? Ideally, it is not to avoid tool. Okay, avoiding tool, you will not be able to help. See you, I think in the keynote initial talk, sir has mentioned, see, this is very common now. AI is actually not going to replace you, but who will replace you? Have you heard of that? AI is not going to replace you, but who will replace you? You said you are applying, there is no call coming to you for interview. You are attempting to get a job, you are not getting, so who is actually replacing you? Who is replacing you? Another AI? AI is replacing you? Huh. So actually AI is not replacing you. The one who learns how to use AI is actually replacing you. Right? That is the fact. Right? So you should be very mindful of that. So avoiding AI will not help because we have come to a setup or a ecosystem state of life or wherever in the global state is. We cannot avoid AI. So we should know how to embrace it. We should use it to assist, not to replace your mind. You should be all, that is where in prompting when I said, you should actually give your own raw prompt first. That means what is happening? Your brain is working. Okay? You should not blindly ask things. So you give your thoughts, then improvise your thoughts with a third party. That is how you should look at it. So the outcome coming up will be well ahead. Then the other is build cognitive strength. You should not be skipping up that part. Even if you are using very frequently this, attempt to typically do manually the Sudokus or the Rubik's Cubes that we normally handle. We should continue to build our brain's cognitive element and don't make it as a dependency. So with that, a food for thought, this requires serious thoughts at what age should we actually allow LLMs. Now even the school kids started using, it's a big problem. So this is a thought I want you all to carry. With that I have done. I would like you to just rate the session. I will have only final two slides, this and the following slide. With that it is done. Maybe just blindly rate. Have it helped you in some means? Have you got to know something about AI? Have you at least got to know something about learning about this anything? Even one element, if you have even the napkin AI, if you can carry home and do it, that itself is a great thing. Chatsi and all, vibe coding and all, maybe you may have to really practice. Fair enough, if it touches 100, then we'll quickly close. Fair, so I take this score as a response from you, 4.5 out of 5 is we consider it as a decent score. Thank you so much for all of your responses. And one last question from my end to you will be, what may be one thing you have learned? You can just type it. It will not clock your name. You can just type it. This is my last slide. What may be one thing that you go to know? You may have learned a lot. That's fine. Just one or two is fine. At least even we go to compare examples of jargons in this one versus this. Okay, napkin is what everybody remembers, I feel. All right. Okay, prompt. Okay, some of you have learned prompt. That is good. GenTube, creative use of AI. All right, deep knowledge about AI, useful AI tools, vibe coding, AI agents, manners. Okay, if it has struck to some of you manners, then it is really good. Glorify, yes. Use AI intentionally, true. Different AI tools, LLMs you got to know, learn about this. This is also an AI tool, okay, by the way, what you are using. Huh? All right, Napkin knew about AI tools, useful. Yep. I believe fair 100 responses. Largely, I feel you got a general feel of humanizing AI and tech is what I understand from the sense that I get as a response. With that, thank you so much. That's my day. Appreciate your patience. Thank you so much. And by the way, if any of you would like to stay in touch with me, connected me over LinkedIn, you can search my name and I'm available in LinkedIn, decently active there. Couple of your peers are already in touch with me. My full name is Jithin Chak. You can directly reach out to me over LinkedIn for any support, anything that I can be of help with, anything on tech, HR, data, analytics. I am fairly there. All right, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Jithin, for the insightful and forward-looking session. To express our gratitude, we would like to present a memento to Jithin Chakkalakil. I invite Dr. Jasmine Sarah Alexander, Secretary of Alumni Association, to hand over the memento. Jasmine ma'am and Jithin sir, please come onto the stage. Now to conclude the proceedings, we have with us Mr. Santosh Kumar from the MSW 1986-88 batch. With over 30 years of experience in the electrical industry, he served 16 years at Havells as the Assistant General Manager of Marketing. He is also the Vice President of Loyola Alumni Association. I now invite Mr. Santosh Kumar to deliver the vote of thanks.
Good afternoon. I'm extremely proud to be here in this dais, and we are fortunate being part of this session. Mr. Jithin Chakkalakil, it was an excitement for me, and I feel it is one of the best session I attended in Loyola College. Let us give a good clap to Mr. Jithin. See, we are extremely happy, sir. See, actually, yesterday I was thinking, what is the importance, relevance of AI in the session of our Professor T.S.N. PILLAI talk. And he was a leader and this trade union leader. He was a academician. He was a leader in training our leaders, and all this session, you are coming as a AI, importance of AI, relevance of AI, what is in it. I was thinking like that, but this mechanical engineer, Mr. Jithin, he already created a vibe in the whole team. I feel, see, we will be in touch with you, and it was the most relevant session we had ever in our Loyola time. Because the scenario that our era is, we are changing to AI and innovations. Now, it's a great session, sir. Thank you so much. We extremely thankful to Sabu Achan for his extreme help and support in all our activities. Thank you so much, Father. We are very much thankful to Alumni President, Mr. Anthony Thomas. He is a known figure in Trivandrum. In any of the activities, he is very much supportive to all our alumni initiative and Loyola College initiatives. Thank you so much, Anissa. We are extremely happy to and thankful to Father Sanni Kundapalli. He was here and he is supporting and leading the Loyola institutions in all his best way. Thank you, Father. And actually this today's meeting, Anida ma'am and Vipin was the people behind this show, I believe. Is it true, ma'am? Yes, both. And thank you so much, Anida ma'am and Mr. Vipin. And Dr. Jasmine, she was always behind this alumni association. After this college activities, very much active in our alumni association and taking all initiatives, whatever we propose, even in late overloaded with her most of activities, and she is happily doing all these activities and making this alumni vibrant by Dr. Jasmine. Thank you. And we must be much thankful to the teaching faculty of Loyola College. They are always supporting the alumni activities, and they are the people behind the credit and greatness of Loyola. All this time, these Loyola teachers, they were the part and parcel of this Loyola greatness, and all students, alumni people coming to Loyola College because of the past teachers and present teachers. They are taking the Loyola to the great heights. Thank you, teachers. And thank you for the students. They are actively participating in this discussion. And thank you so much for this active participation. Anybody, anything else, sir? And listen. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for all the participants and Mr. Jitin Chakalakil for this brilliant presentation. Thank you so much. Thank you all.
ഞാനൊരു സ്വല്പം സ്വാതന്ത്ര്യപ്പെടുത്തുകൊണ്ട് ഒരു കാര്യം ചെയ്യുകയാണ്. നമ്മളെല്ലാവരും ഒരുമിച്ച് ആദ്യമായിട്ടാണ് ഈ ഒരു എഡ്യൂക്കേഷണൽ തിയേറ്റർ വന്നിരിക്കുന്നത്. ഇതിൻ്റെ ഒരു എക്സ്പീരിയൻസിന് വേണ്ടി ഒരു 5 മിനിറ്റ് കൂടെ നമുക്ക് എക്സ്ട്രാ എടുത്താലോ, ജസ്റ്റ് ടു ഷോ ഇറ്റ്. ഒന്ന്, ഇത് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ ക്യാൻറ്റീനിലേക്ക് പോയി ലഞ്ച് കഴിഞ്ഞ് നമ്മൾ 1 മണിക്ക് ക്യാൻറ്റീനിൽ നിന്ന് പുറത്തിറങ്ങണം, ക്ലാസ്സിലേക്ക് വരണം. കാരണം 1 മണിക്ക് UGക്കാർ ഔട്ടാവും ക്യാൻറ്റീനിലെ സൗകര്യങ്ങൾ പ്രമാണിച്ച്. അപ്പം നമുക്ക് 5 to 10 minutes, ഓക്കെ, ടു ഹാവ് ആൻ എക്സ്പീരിയൻസ് ഓഫ് ദിസ് എഡ്യൂക്കേഷണൽ തിയേറ്റർ. ഓക്കെ, ഓവർ ടു യു. താങ്ക് യു.
So this could be a threat to the entire humanity.
Sir, இந்த ஆண்டனி ரொம்ப ஸ்ட்ரேஞ்ச். போலீஸ்ல இருந்து ஃபாரன்சிக் வரைக்கும் எல்லா டிபார்ட்மெண்ட்லயும் டாப் டு பாட்டம் வர்க் பண்ணிருக்காரு. வெரி டிஃபிகல்ட் டு ஹேண்டில்.
Who the hell are you? Anthony J. From heaven.
And he's Dr. Sakir Raza Khan. ഇന്ത്യയെമ്പാടും അറിയപ്പെടുന്ന സയന്റിസ്റ്റ് അഹമ്മദ് റാസ ഖാന്റെ മകൻ.
It's a highly secured medicine carrier. And I suspect something big and bad.
ഡോക്ടർ അലൻ മോസസ് അഞ്ചാനി ആർമി മെഡിക്കൽ കോർപ്സിലായിരുന്നു.
January 19th. അത് വെറുതെ ഒരു ഡേറ്റ് അല്ല. I'm a soldier.
അവരിതുവരെ ഫേസ് ചെയ്യാത്ത ഇത്രയും ടെൻഷനുള്ള ഒരു ഹൈ പ്രൊഫൈൽ കേസ്. ആ സിറിഞ്ചിലും കാരിയർ കേസിലും ഒരേ ഇക്വേഷൻ ആവണം.
These are my findings as per information given by Elisa.
तेरे को दिखाता हूँ आखिर में कौन बचता है.
Milan Bhav, age 34, born in Germany.
ഒരു ബയോവാറിന് സാധ്യത.
HDW, highly toxic weapon. Once you're infected, they may slowly get aggressive towards others.
Don't punish me again.
This is an extremely different and a dangerous game. Shoot. Samara. It means protected by God.
Hello. Just a round applause, big applause to the master brain behind it. Can you please stand up? Please stand up. He is the master brain. He is the master brain behind it. Over to you.
We conclude the 5th Professor T.S.N. PILLAI Memorial Lecture. Thank you all for your gracious presence and participation in this event. Thank you.
അളിയ നല്ല ആൽക്കഹോളിക് വെതർ. ഒന്നീ വർക്കഹോളിക് അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ആൽക്കഹോളിക്.
എടാ ജീവ, ആ ലൈനൊന്ന് മാറ്റി പിടിക്കടാ. മഴ, കട്ടൻ ചായ, ജോൺസൺ മാസ്റ്റർ.
ഞാൻ കണ്ടതിൽ വെച്ച് ഏറ്റവും നല്ല മദ്യപാനികളിൽ ഒരാളാണ് ജീവൻ. അവർക്കൊക്കെ ഒരുപാട് ലിമിറ്റേഷൻസ് ഉണ്ടടാ. നിനക്കും ഊരി ഊറ്റി അലയണവടാ. നിൽക്കരുത് എങ്ങോട്ടും.
എന്താണ് നിന്റെ പേര്?
ജീവൻ.
എന്താ നിന്റെ പണി?
സോഫ്റ്റ്വെയർ എഞ്ചിനീയറാ. വല്ലാത്തൊരു വിറയലും തണുപ്പുവാ. 2 എണ്ണം വിട്ടാ മാറും.
എങ്ങോട്ടാ പണിയുണ്ടാ?
നീ ഒരു കുടിയനായിട്ടേ പോസ്റ്റർ ആകത്തുള്ളടാ.
ഇവിടെ തന്നെയാണ് ഇപ്പൊ താമസം.
ഇവൻ പറഞ്ഞ ഭൂതകാലത്തിലേക്ക്, മനുഷ്യന്റെ മനസ്സിലേക്ക്.
നമുക്ക് ഈ കുടി നിർത്തിയാലോ?
ഈ നൂറ്റാണ്ടിലെ ഏറ്റവും വലിയ കോമഡി.
അനിയ, ഒരു 50 രൂപ കണ്ടാവോ?
എന്ത് തോൽവിയാണ് ഇത്?
എന്നാ പിന്നെ നീ പോയി ഉണ്ടാക്കണം.
യഥാർത്ഥ ലഹരി ജീവിതമാ. അവൻ വാട്ടർലൂവിലാണെന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ നശിച്ചു എന്നർത്ഥം, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ എല്ലാത്തിലും തോറ്റു.